The year was 632 CE. Medina, the city of the Prophet, was shrouded in a silence more profound than the desert night. The news, whispered at first, then spreading like wildfire, brought with it a wave of grief that seemed to suffocate the very air. Prophet Muhammad, the messenger of God, had breathed his last. The weight of his loss pressed heavily on the hearts of the believers. He was their leader, their guide, the one who had brought them out of darkness and into the light of Islam. He was the conduit through which the divine message flowed, the embodiment of compassion and justice. The streets of Medina, usually bustling with life, were now filled with mourners. Men, women, and children wept openly, struggling to come to terms with the reality of their prophet's passing. The world, once illuminated by his presence, seemed to have dimmed, leaving a void that felt impossible to fill. The sense of loss was all-encompassing, a shared grief that transcended age, social status, and tribal affiliations. The community, bound together by their love for the Prophet and their faith in his message, now grappled with the uncertainty that lay ahead. Fatima, the Prophet's beloved daughter, was the picture of grief. Her tears flowed freely as she sat beside her father's deathbed, her heart heavy with sorrow. She had always been close to him, a cherished daughter who had inherited his gentle nature and unwavering faith. The bond between them was unbreakable, forged in the fires of adversity and strengthened by their shared commitment to God's message. Fatima had witnessed firsthand the trials and tribulations her father endured in the name of Islam, and her love for him knew no bounds. Now, as she gazed upon his lifeless form, she was overcome with a profound sense of loss. The world seemed to have shrunk, its colors fading into a dull gray. The pain of his absence was a physical sensation, a sharp ache in her chest that threatened to consume her. Yet even in her grief, Fatima remained a pillar of strength. Her faith in God's plan, a faith instilled in her by her father, helped her to bear the unbearable. She knew that death was not the end, but a transition to a higher existence, a reunion with the divine.